Welcome back to Unnecessary.
Because no one asked.
I'm Dani.
And I'm Liv.
And welcome back to the pod.
You love saying that.
I do. There's just something about it.
Something about the sunshine, baby.
Great movie.
So good.
Love it. The way that, what is his name? Sterling Knight had a chokehold on me.
Oh my god.
Why?
He's not even that good.
No, he's okay, I'm sure he's nice. I don't know him.
We don't know you, but
why'd you have us in a chokehold?
why did you do that?
For real. Anyways, welcome back to Unnecessary, where we talk about everything.
Yeah, we literally, it is 50 seconds in, and we already went, Sterling Knight. Who? Why?
I don't know how we got there. I don't know how I get anywhere with my thoughts.
Yeah.
How do I live? I don't.
Tell ya.
I literally don't. I'm barely a functioning human, but
we have Diet Coke.
Oh yeah, we do. Because I was looking at our energy drinks.
My new obsession is Alani energy drinks
because they're recent to Canada.
Yeah, and the reason why that I'm obsessed with them is because they actually make me feel more energized. Because Danica found out they are 2 times more caffeine than Red Bull.
Almost 2 times.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But that's crazy, and I'm surprised that Canada let this across the border.
They're gonna take them away.
I know.
I feel it.
We should go to Costco and get, like, the big pack.
Caitlin did.
I know, that's why I want to go.
And our bestie Caitlin, shout out Caitlin.
Shout out.
She can have them because they're 0 sugar and she's got diabetes.
Diabetes is fake.
No, you can't do it yet. It's too early. People are going to think we're controversial.
I'm kidding. Okay, it's like an inside joke thing. Diabetes is not fake.
It is obviously very much real.
And I'm literally a nurse, so, like, I know that it's very real. And we have people near and dear
to our hearts that deal with diabetes. We have
Nick Jonas being one of them.
Why did they make us feel like he was going to die?
They were so dramatic about it.
That commercial on Family Channel, like, I wasn't allowed to like Nick Jonas because my sister liked Nick Jonas. So
I thought you were going to say because he had diabetes.
No.
I was like, that's tragic.
Because my older sister was like, I like Nick Jonas because he's the cute, sweet, soft, smart one. You can like Joe. And I was like, okay.
I mean,
but Disney Channel literally was like, he has diabetes, so he's going to die.
No, for real. The thing is, I knew he wasn't going to die because my grandpa had diabetes. I don't know how to word that now.
R.I.P.G. Pa.
I love you. Miss you. Trauma dumping in what? We're 3 minutes in.
Woo!
Woo!
We haven't even popped our...
No, yeah, should we?
Okay, let's do that and then we get into it. Ready?
Oh, that was a good one.
The Kim-Aid.
Kim.
Fun fact.
Kim K put her pussy in this.
It's so good. Okay. Fun fact, I kept calling them Kalanis because I just kept calling them Kim Alanis. So I'm Kalani from Dance Moms.
I love Dance Moms. Holy, they just had a reunion.
They did, not all of them, but
no. Well, the Zieglers weren't there.
Yeah.
Oh, and Nia.
Yeah. What the heck? Anywho, where were we going?
I don't know.
We're just here
having a party.
I'm just Ken.
No, for real. Today we're talking about the Grammys, the scammies, if you will.
Because honestly, for real.
Yeah,
but I also dove deep into a TikTok thread of comments where they were like fighting back and forth. So it was like the beef with Taylor Swift and Kanye.
Yeah.
And it was like Kanye reacting to Taylor singing with Nicki Minaj. And I was like, okay, slay. But that was so funny because his face was like enjoying Nicki Minaj. And then as soon as Taylor Swift comes out, he's like, no. And the beef was like, someone asked, like, why do they like hate each other? So someone debriefed that. And then some other guy started chipping in and he's like, Kanye is so much better. Like, he's a much better lyricist. Like, whatever. He's won twice the amount of Grammys. The amount of Grammys that you have does not define how good you are of a musician. Like when you Google like the music industry, Taylor Swift is one of the first people to show up.
Taylor Swift is the music industry. I hate to break it to everyone.
And we're not just saying that because we are stans, but like...
But it's the fact that there's, like, so many, like, there's thousands of people just outside the venues of her shows, which is insane.
That is, it's crazy.
And I will partake.
Me too. I will be there in my snow pants and my coat when I don't have tickets to the Eras Tour in Toronto.
Yep.
I'll be standing there.
They really should do, like, Jurassic Park for it. But
they won't. No, that's so dangerous.
That would be dangerous.
What Jurassic Park, like, what happened?
No, not really.
There was a shooting.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't watch the news. I like to, like, live my life. Like, no, I like to live my life, like, not looking at the news because it stresses me out. Every time I watch the news, I literally, like, have heart palpitations, which is a really bad way to live life. You should know what's going on in the world. And I do, like, I look at Twitter.
It's not like you're an idiot. Like, yeah, like, you know what's going on.
I know what's going on, but it's, like, the little, like, crimes in your town. Like, I don't need to know about that. It just stresses me out.
Yeah, when I was seeing this girl, there was, like, a domestic homicide across the street from her apartment. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not going to come over tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Or, like, if there's, like, a break-in and it's, like, 2 streets down, I'm like, I don't need to know that.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me, because that will literally keep me up at night. Anyway, so...
Taylor Swift.
We are talking about the Grammys today.
Yes.
And we are talking about how Taylor Swift's the music industry always, by the way. But we're going to debrief our week. And by that, I mean...
we went to go see the Eras Tour movie again.
It was my 4th time in seeing it in theaters. And I think it was
only my 2nd time, actually.
Yeah. But it's my 5th time overall seeing the Eras Tour.
Yeah.
Will be much more once it's released on streaming and once next year occurs.
Yeah, like, Danica has tickets and she's not going to be a person. Once you experience that, you're not going to be a person.
I know, because, okay, to, like, preface, I did go to the Eras Tour, but my seats were behind the stage.
She went to Detroit.
Yeah, I had the, like, limited view seats, so her back was to me basically the whole night. She did wave at me, though. I was like, hi, Pookie. So I have really good seats for Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Caitlin for getting that pre-show
Shout out
code
Caitlin
again.
No, for real. 2nd time in 1 episode. But no, I have really good seats, and I'm hopefully getting front row at some point, depending on my financial situation and what tickets drop and if dates are added. And yeah, I won't be a human. If I'm actually, like, on the floor for a show and, like, I'm close enough to Taylor Swift, I don't know how I'll react, because that will be an out-of-body experience for me.
Because, like, we were sat and ready in the back row of the IMAX theater. It wasn't the IMAX theater, but whatever. It was still the movie theater. And we were living.
I will say IMAX for the Eras movie, so fucking good.
Yeah.
The sound is incredible.
Wasn't it the Dolby theater? Like, isn't that it?
It was IMAX, the one
that
I did.
Yeah, but isn't the IMAX theater also the Dolby
Very
AVX?
well could be.
Probably. I think it is.
I don't know. They have names for everything.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I love the Eras Tour. That's a show that I'll literally never get tired of. As you can tell, I saw it for the 4th time in theater. And it was a ride. And our
row was the fun row.
Our row was the fun row. Everyone else was, like, not dancing.
They were there just to watch.
Yeah.
Like, no one else, they weren't even singing.
And honestly, anytime we go anywhere, we're the life of the party. So I kind of already knew that we were going to be the fun row.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We sobbed.
Oh, yeah. I sobbed.
Yeah.
I am not a crier. I don't cry in front of people ever.
I felt so bad because I saw Danica getting emotional and I was like, I can't do anything about it.
I don't cry in front of people because I have trauma from crying in front of people. When I saw Marley and Me in theaters when I was like 10.
Oh my god.
I left the theater and I was like,
that movie in so long.
I was crying, and the boys had seen a different movie. And they were, like, making fun of me because I was crying. And so I don't cry in public anymore. And I did, like, the first time we saw the Eras movie, I did cry a little bit. But
I cried a lot.
You cried a lot.
I cried a lot. I was also really going through it.
Yeah.
But, like, when am I not going through it?
The thing is, like, at the Eras Tour, I probably would have cried if I wasn't there with my dad. Mm-hmm. Because I just didn't want to put him through that. Like, poor guy already drove me all the way to Detroit. Like, I was not about to cry in front of him. And have him deal with that.
Sorry, I gotta send a really cute picture of a dog.
Why are you Snapchatting while we're podcasting?
Put my phone away.
But I cry at concerts if it's like, if it's warranted.
No, but like, you also, and I went to the Arkells show this past weekend in St. Catharines. I don't know what it is, but you get like this overwhelming sense of emotion when you're seeing a band that you really like live. Like, I'm not even a huge Arkells fan, but like you're there and you're with everybody and everyone's having such a good time.
And I will say the only time I ever do cry in public is at concerts. And it, like, when I say when warranted, it's like when I hear a song by a band or an artist that I really love.
Yeah.
And that's really impacted my life. I like, all my emotions are felt through music, whether it's something I've written or something I listen to. So of course I'm gonna fucking cry at a concert. So the Eras movie, because it's that weird in between of like being a movie, but it's also like a concert movie, so you feel like you're kind of there. I don't know. There was something about watching it for the fourth time where I was like, oh, like,
but like, you also got to think about it this way. You've experienced so many other things since watching it for the first time,
which is crazy. How much has changed.
But like, the same was for me. Okay, so I cried really hard. I always cry really hard during All Too Well. Naturally, and of course it's the 10-minute version, so I'm sobbing for at least 9 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, but there were songs that hit me that I didn't think would hit me.
Same.
Lover, why did that hit me?
No, for real.
The second she hit that fucking guitar,
you're like,
I was like, oh no. I was like, this is not happening right now.
Tolerate It,
I always cry.
I always cry, but I cried hard.
Tolerate It has always been one of my cry songs because I feel it so deeply. Like, because when I love someone, I love them like full force.
Whether I'm in a relationship or not, like I think I said this in the first podcast. Oh my god, this Kim-Aid is making me really
it's real bubbly. And we also have Diet Cokes. We just have all these bubbles.
So where was I going with that? I think I said this in the first pod. I feel things so emotionally. Like, I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah.
And whether I'm in a relationship or it's just with my friends or my family, like, I love really hard.
You really do.
And I care about everything in like my friends' lives and like making sure that they're okay. And I'm like, why don't I get that?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I put I'm not gonna like diss on my ex. Like, my ex was a good boyfriend. We did it for 2 years. Kind of just like lives changed, whatever. But like, I would do so much, and I didn't get anything back. I'm like, oh, okay.
And the thing is, like, for me, I'm a tough cookie to crack.
You are sometimes.
Like, and honestly, so my best friend Michelle, shout out Michelle, I saw her for the first time in so long today. We're like those like best friends though, where like we could go months without seeing each other, and then like when we see each other, we like pick up where we left off. She is like my like best friend's soulmate. Yeah. Like, I love that woman.
Grace
so
and I have
much.
been best friends for 17, I don't know how many years, a long ass time.
Yeah.
And like, I lost weekend custody of her because she has a semi mid long distance relationship. So she'll drive to go see her boyfriend on the weekends. I'm like, slay, enjoy your weekend, like, whatever. So like, if I see her, it's maybe like once a week, once every 2 weeks. Like, that's still like a lot, but like, we went from seeing each other multiple times a week, and I'm like, I literally texted her today. I was like, so when are you free this week? And she's like, actually, I'm free a lot this week. So I'm like,
slay, because I am not.
No, I know.
I have a busy ass week. Anyways, so I saw Michelle for the first time in like a month. We did our monthly debrief. And we were talking about how much of like a tough cookie I am to crack. She was like, I thought you hated me when I first like, when we first were friends. She was like, you're just so short and like, you like don't say a lot of words. I'm like, yeah, because I'm shy. Like, I'm genuinely so shy with people, and like, I have resting bitch face, so I feel like a lot of people think I don't like them.
Yeah.
Or like I'm just like a mean person, and I'm just a tough cookie.
I'm shy
to crack.
in certain situations. Like, I totally understand, but like, I think because I'm not saying I'm more outgoing than you, but I feel like I'm more like extroverted than you are.
You are, yeah. You are more outgoing than me.
So
I won't
when
deny
we're
that.
in situations together, like I try really hard to bring out that safe space for Danica, because I'm like, hey, like, I'm comfortable here. Like, these people are great. Like, you can be comfortable here. Like, if I can be, like, wholeheartedly myself in a space, like, you can too. Like, I want to make sure that everyone's comfortable. And I think, like, that's another reason why we get along so well. It's like, what I lack or what you lack, we bring out in each other, which is really nice.
Yeah. So, like, when...
I swear, if J-Dog comes down the stairs again...
He might. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, once you do crack me, like, I do, like, fully put everything into that relationship, and, like, very few men have had my heart. Yeah. Very, very few men. And it sucks when I, like, give it my all and they just don't reciprocate, and it's, like, every time, and it sucks so bad. And so Tolerate It really hurts my heart. Moral of the story, I feel like we just talked about Tolerate It for like 10 minutes. We did. So every time I've watched that movie, I've cried, except when I watched it with my mom, because I don't, again, want to put her through that, because she doesn't understand it that way. But yeah, Tolerate It. Marjorie was hard for me as well, because I recently lost a grandparent. And I mean, it was always hard for me because I always just thought of my grandma. Yeah. But and it's also just such a beautiful performance, like her singing, and like,
she is just a beautiful performance.
No, for real. Like, but like her grandma singing in the whole stadium, and it's like, it echoes. It's just like, it gives me chills every time. I have chills thinking about it. It's so good. Song. What else made me cry that I was like, what the fuck? Oh, what was it? The One. I was like, why am I crying? Why am I crying right now? Also, My Tears Ricochet. I thought I was fine, which, like, that is one of my cry songs, but, like, I was like, I'm fine. I'm chilling now. Nope. Nope. I was not fine. And then on top of that, so our show started at like 7:40, and I think her show started at 7:30. Yeah. So like we were 10 minutes behind the live Eras tour. And so I go on my phone right as like My Tears Ricochet is ending, and I find out the surprise songs that she did on November 11th in Buenos Aires. And this girl,
she had the nerve.
She had the nerve and the audacity to do Is It Over Yet?
X Out of the Woods.
X Out of the Woods.
And Endgame.
And Endgame! Fuck. And then, when we were leaving, we found out that she changed a Karma lyric.
Oh my god. Like, are you kidding me?
And then the video of them, like, embracing it. I could cry thinking about it because I'm so happy for her. But also, okay.
What's 13 plus 87?
100.
They're getting married.
They fully.
And guess what, Danica? Their child will have the same conflict as Troy Bolton.
I told that to my mom today, and she was like, that's so funny. Like,
so I was having a bad day at work. I was having a bad day at work, and Danica didn't work with me today, so I called her, and she's like, what's wrong? Are you okay? I was like, I have a question. Question.
I thought it was going to be something, like, serious.
And I said, do you think when Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have a baby, that the baby's going to have the same conflict as Troy?
And I saw that TikTok, like, an hour prior to her calling me, and I was like, shut up. I thought it was a serious problem. It wasn't.
It is.
I mean, it kind of is. But my mom is the biggest Taylor and Travis stan. She's planned out their wedding fully. Mom. She loves them so much. My mom watched the 3.5-hour show on a live stream. How does she know how to do that? Literally, how did she find that out? She'll tell me, like, Swiftie theories, and I'm like, how do you know this?
Where did you get this information?
Literally, I'm like, what is happening? So she's the biggest Travis and Taylor stan.
Taylor Swift just deserves all the stans.
No, for real though. My mom has a list of Taylor Swift songs that are her favorite. She wrote it on a cue card. And it's so cute because I feel like I've been a fangirl my whole entire life. Yeah. And prior to me turning 18, I wasn't not that I wasn't allowed to go to concerts, but like my parents just didn't like have the extra money to spend like $200 on a concert for me. And which is fair, like concerts are expensive.
We were unfortunately in the generation of expensive concerts.
They were way less expensive though when I was in high school, and I hold that above their head. I'm like, y'all could have taken me to the 1989 tour for like $200.
My first ever concert was when I was going into 8th grade. Mm-hmm. Do you want to know what it was? Did I ever tell you what it was?
Was it Selena Gomez?
No, it was Kiss and Def Leppard.
Oh, right. Okay, who was Selena Gomez? I think it was Caitlyn.
I think it was Caitlyn. Yeah. And I remember it vividly. I started my like first paragraph assignment in 8th grade, which was, the question was, what was your favorite part about the summer? And my first line was, some normal parents take their 8th grade daughter to go see Selena Gomez or Taylor Swift, but not mine. They took me to Kiss and Def Leppard.
That's so funny. I wish my parents did that. My first ever concert.
Darien Lake. They're cheap.
Darien Lake is a slay place for concerts.
We're gonna go on vacation. We're gonna go to Darien Lake. We're gonna ride on the roller coasters.
I have trauma from Darien Lake because I was gonna see Shawn Mendes there, but it was a huge storm that day and all the covered seats were taken, and so my parents were like, let's just go home. And 16-year-old me who was in love with Shawn Mendes and thought that we were soulmates was devastated.
Okay, you just opened up an unlocked memory in my brain. Okay, so I forget how old I was, but I went to Massachusetts to visit my family.
I'm so proud that you said that word, by the way.
I'm always say it correct. You know who can't say it? Grace.
I can't say it. I'm not trying.
So we went to Six Flags. Mm-hmm. And you know who was supposed to be performing in Six Flags?
Shawn Mendes.
Drake Bell.
Oh. Why did I say Shawn Mendes?
And my sister Abby and I were so excited, and then downpour, like thunder pouring rain.
Yeah.
And he canceled.
I mean, naturally. The thing is, Shawn didn't cancel because they were still covered, but we got there so late that it, like, there was no point in us staying. And so I cried the whole way home. And it was, I have really bad luck with Shawn Mendes concerts.
You have really bad luck with Shawn Mendes.
No, for real. I'm convinced that should I even say this? I'm convinced that I rejected him in grade 8 in Ottawa. So Shawn Mendes, if you
ever listen to this,
he is definitely not listening. If you took a grade 8 trip to Ottawa and you were at the Hard Rock Cafe and a girl in a little blue dress rejected you, that was me, and I'm so sorry.
I won't reject you now.
I might. He's not really my type now.
He's listening.
I'm sorry, Shawn.
He is your type.
He is my type. That actually is true. I don't know, though. I feel like, I don't know.
We'll see. Anywho, I think we should jump into it.
Grammys?
Yeah. I'm kind of excited.
I know, me too.
So what we wanted to do, since music is obviously huge for Danica, and I also love it, we're going to go through the Grammy noms for this season. And maybe to spice it up, gamble and see who's gonna.
Are we putting money on
predictions?
This?
I don't have any money to give you.
Me either. Perfect. I can pay you in blocks.
I can pay you in blocks. I'm just a baby. I am just a 22-year-old teenage girl.
For real.
Oh my god. Okay, so the Grammys, the scammies. I don't really like the Grammys. I mean,
me either.
They don't really mean much, and you have to pay to like.
And they always like
nominate.
They always snub like people, and I mean, I have some thoughts about this year. I will say though, however, there is one fact about the Grammys for the 2024 season that I'm so happy about. About someone who has 0 nominations. Oh. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
I am so happy that Morgan Wallen has 0 nominations because I'm sick of that man. I don't hate on people often. No, like I really don't.
Did you like my scoff?
I really don't. I don't like hating on like artists because I feel like with like every music artist there's like an audience for, right? Mm-hmm. Like just because it's not for me doesn't mean it's not for anyone else.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen,
she doesn't let me listen to Morgan Wallen in the car.
I actually hate Morgan Wallen, and I don't know what it is about him, but I just have such a visceral hate for him. There's no person like ever where I'm like, I hate them so much, except Kanye, but that's warranted. This is like, it's not that it's unwarranted because I feel like he's done some questionable things and like he has very like controversial views.
Yeah.
So it's not that it's unwarranted, but it's just like the amount of hate that I have for him is insane. And I don't think he deserves Grammy nomination. Sorry. Like your songs aren't that great. They're mediocre. Like there's nothing special about them.
I also just need to also say something. If you hear rustling, Danica and I can never sit still and we cannot be comfortable. So if you hear us moving, we are just trying to stay comfortable.
And I'm also trying to, like, wake up my feet, probably. No, it's not asleep. It's not asleep.
All right, let's jump into it. After that. Do you want to start with Record of the Year?
Yeah, I feel like that's the, like,
all right. One. So nominated for Record of the Year is Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For, from the motion picture Barbie. Do you want to talk about it, or do you want me to list them first?
Let's list them all, okay. And then I'll say
we have Boy Genius, Not Strong Enough, Jon Batiste, Worship, Miley Cyrus, Flowers, Olivia Rodrigo, Vampire, SZA, Kill Bill, Taylor Swift, Antihero, and Victoria Monet, On My Mama.
These are all... the only one I don't know is Jon Batiste, Worship.
Jon Batiste is nominated a lot.
He really is.
But I don't really...
The only song I know by him is his collab with Lana and her new album.
See, I don't even know that. I'm not the best person to do, like, Grammy noms with, but, like, I'm also here for it.
Yeah. So, I think a lot of these people actually deserve it. I think everyone on this list
deserves it because it's been a really good music year when you think about it.
Kill Bill
was amazing.
Everywhere. And it's so good.
It's so
like,
good.
The love for it is warranted. I will never forget the first time I listened to Kill Bill. I was, like, my jaw dropped. Yeah. I was like...
I think this was, like, Kill Bill was, like, the first, like, my first real intro to SZA, and, like, I really enjoyed it.
That's really, crazy. That's your first intro to SZA?
Really, yeah. I thank Hope for it, really.
Weird to me. Not that it's, like, weird. It's just weird to me because I feel like she's had a lot of hits.
Oh, she has, absolutely. Yeah. But I feel like I find myself going back to it now.
Kill Bill is so fucking good, and it's so good live. Billie Eilish, I mean, that was a great song.
That was such a good song.
It's such a good song. I just think there's others on this list that I'm like, I would choose that over that just solely based on the impact it had.
I do really love Billie Eilish.
I love her so much.
And, like, What Was I Made For is just beautiful.
It just makes me cry too much, so I don't listen to it often. And I don't think she should get an award for making me cry that much.
Okay, Taylor Swift.
I think, okay, Antihero kind of slaps. Like, I feel like we hate on it because it plays everywhere, and it's, like, it's so overplayed. But, like, whenever I hear it live or, like, after the Eras tour, yes. I'm like, this is a really good song. Like, I feel like people hate on it solely just because it's overplayed, and I get that. Yeah. Like, there's times where I do skip it solely because it's overplayed.
That's like Flowers.
That is like Flowers. To be honest, though, I think Antihero kind of had a bigger impact than Flowers. For me, personally.
I understand. But, like, it was kind of like a crazy comeback almost for Miley Cyrus. So, like, that's why I was like...
But I think also another thing that impacts that is that the rest of that album did not live up to Flowers.
No.
So, it's, like, it's hard for me to be like, Flowers deserves it, like, solely because of everything else that it's associated with.
I don't hate Olivia Rodrigo for Vampire. Like, I don't hate her.
Okay, Vampire's so
But good. I'm not, like... She is trying really hard with this teenage angst, and I'm like, go off. Like, it's, like, your vibe, like, go ahead, you're killing it, you're loving what you're doing. Like, that's all I can really ask for is, like, you love what you're doing, and you're not putting out... It's not garbage. She's not putting out garbage. But I feel like she's trying really hard for this teenage angst thing, and she's not... Yeah. She's getting a little cringe for me, but, like, I still don't hate it.
But also,
like, there are parts of her that I'm like...
That shocks me because I feel like her cringe is very much like Rachel Berry core.
It isn't, though.
And it kind of is. But, okay.
It's Tina Cohen Chang core.
No, it's not.
Just kidding.
At all. I will fight you on that one. I feel like Vampire is such a good song, though. Like... It's hard with lead singles because they get so overplayed because that's all you have of that new album.
Absolutely.
So then it plays on repeat. Like, that's, like, As It Was, for me, is so overplayed because I burnt that song to the motherfucking ground while I was waiting for Harry's house. So, like, I feel like I feel the same way with Vampire. I listened to that so much when it first came out that now it's hard for me to be like, yeah, that deserves it.
Yeah. Okay. Record of the year.
I
Who do you think's taking it?
It's a toss-up between SZA and Taylor for me.
No, me too. I think SZA might just sweep it. Like, might just sweep that one. Like, it'll be like nobody really not that nobody really expected it, but like it's so hard to decide, and like people will be like, "Oh, it's a big year for Taylor," and blah blah blah. But I think SZA might take that.
Yeah, I'll say Taylor if you're saying SZA, just to have both eggs in the basket. But Anti-Hero's just so good. Like the lyrics are incredible. I love the music video. It's just same with like Kill Bill though, so it's so hard for me to say.
Moving on to the next category.
Album of the year.
List them off for us, Danica.
Boy Genius, The Record. Janelle Monáe, The Age of Pleasure. John Batiste, World Music Radio. Lana Del Rey, Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard? Miley Cyrus, Endless Summer Vacation. Olivia Rodrigo, Guts. SZA, SOS, and Taylor Swift, Midnights. I have a lot of thoughts on this one.
Oh, God.
As an album girly, I have a lot of thoughts on this one. I love albums. Like,
it's gonna sound like I'm literally just saying, oh, Taylor, but Taylor's Midnight.
You think?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, I have a lot of thoughts on this one. When I say I'm an album girly, I'm the type of person that listens to every song on an album.
Dissect an album.
I dissect albums. Like, if I love listening to albums front to back, and I love analyzing them in that way. And I think if you have an album that flows front to back, then like you're everything to me. Like, you're God. Like, I love a good cohesive album. And so I know my clear winner in this category. But I will say some thoughts on the others. Boy Genius, The Record is incredible. It's such a good album.
I don't give enough attention to Boy Genius.
Yeah, you don't. Should. Yeah. The thing is though, like, The Record, I haven't really come back to. Like, when it first came out, I was listening to it, but I haven't really come back to it. I haven't circled back to it at all, actually. I haven't listened to it in a really long time. Olivia Rodrigo, Guts, I do love that album, but it was a grower for me. It's something
care that much for the album. I did finally listen to the whole thing.
Yeah. Sour was so good.
I will agree that Sour was better.
That I think it would be hard for her to do any other album after that and like have it live up to that. And it was a great sophomore album. Like, I'm not saying that like it's a bad sophomore album. It's just, it's not what I need it to be album of the year.
Yeah.
Like,
I get what you're saying. No, I get.
SZA, SOS, I love that album. It's such a good album. Like, there's so many songs on there where I'm just like, oh, yes. Taylor Swift, Midnights. Obviously, I love Midnights. I'm a 1989 girly, and I feel like Midnights is like the older sister.
Was top in the chart.
It was. It had the charts in a chokehold. And the songs are great.
They are. That's why I think I feel might
like
snag it.
I feel like a lot of people do give Midnights a lot of hate that's unwarranted.
They give a lot of hate to Taylor Swift that's unwarranted.
Well, yeah, but like I'm saying, even Swifties, like Swifties as a whole, I feel like hate Midnights. Not hate Midnights, but they don't like it as much.
Yeah,
and I think that's not deserved. However, there's another album on here that I'm like, I kind of like it more than Midnights.
Is it Lana Del Rey?
It is Lana Del Rey. I have 3 copies of this on vinyl. Well, I have 3 copies of Midnights.
You have a million copies of everything.
I know. I'm becoming a variant collector. But like the thing with Ocean Boulevard is like, the second I heard it, I was like, I need it all. I need it all at once.
Lana Del Rey is an amazing
It's such
artist.
like the thing with Midnights is it's not as cohesive as I would like it to be. And like Snow on the Beach kind of disappointed me when it initially released because there was not a lot of Lana. It was just like, there are flaws in Midnights that I can point out. Ocean Boulevard, no flaws. There's absolutely no flaw. Even like the...
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like the whole like pastor interlude, I do skip that now, but the first listen, it added something. Like it's there for a reason. Like it's the whole album front to back. The Grants is incredible as an opening, and then just like front to back, ending it with Taco Truck Venice Bitch. Oh, okay. Norman fucking Rockwell is one of my favorite albums of all time. And
Such
so
a
to
good
throw Venice Bitch into Ocean Boulevard, I knew that it was going to be an album that I love.
Yeah.
But that album is literally so good. And I always revisit it and I'm like, this is such a perfect album. Like, and I'm not saying it's better than Norman fucking Rockwell, because it's not.
Okay, so Danica thinks that Lana Del Rey is gonna win Album of the Year.
I do. I could talk about this forever. I love Ocean Boulevard so much.
I know, and I want to go into detail so much, but like at the same time, this would be a 3-hour podcast.
Yeah,
if we did for
I know.
every
I'm so
single
sorry.
No, I'm not trying to rush you, but I don't know why, but I think it might be Midnights, but I also think that if it's not Midnights, it's gonna be Lana Del Rey.
I feel like they'll snub Lana, because Lana gets...
I mean, that wouldn't be shocking either.
Yeah, Lana gets snubbed in everything, quite literally.
But this could be the year.
I think this could be her year, and I hope...
love that for her.
I hope that she wins
When are
one
the
at
Grammys?
least. Huh?
When are the Grammys?
February.
Okay.
Usually.
We have time.
Yeah. But I truly think Lana deserves it. She put her whole soul into that album. Not saying that Taylor didn't. Like,
Yeah,
obviously she did, but like, oh, I love Lana so much. I love Taylor so much. It's hard. I can't.
All right.
This. Song of the year.
Song of the year. Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For? Dua Lipa, Dance the Night. John Batiste, Butterfly. Lana Del Rey, A&W. Miley Cyrus, Flowers. Olivia Rodrigo, Vampire. SZA, Kill Bill. And Taylor Swift, Antihero.
The thing about the Grammys that frustrates me is, like, it's a lot of repeats.
Yeah.
Like, these are all the same people and I get it. Like, these people really, like, were the face of the music industry for this whole season, like this whole Grammy season. So like it's not that I don't think it's like deserved that they have these nominations,
But they'll just keep giving
but
them.
there's so many more artists
Absolutely
that deserve at least one of these. Like Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh,
Nonsense was massive.
it was so good.
And it's so good. And like, where is she in this list?
Nope.
That's where the Grammys are frustrating for me, because I feel like every year it's like every category.
If it was based
it's
off
the
of
same
like
people.
actual like listeners and like who did well, what did well, the reaction, like it would be a hell of a lot different.
The thing is, I honestly don't. I don't mind the fact that this isn't like a fan-based voting awards show. Like, that's not...
Yeah, that kind of opened the door for, like, just stan votes.
Yeah, too. Like, that's not what bothers me, because I think anyone who's, like, against BTS or, like, any K-pop group, you're gonna lose, because the fans are crazy and they, like, spam vote. Or, like, if you're up against Taylor Swift, like, her fans are insane. I am one of them. Like, I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like, they're insane. They'll vote for her over and over and over, like, on multiple accounts. Like, it's not that it's because it's not fan voted. It's just that, like, it seems like the Academy has clear favorites.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. It's like...
I get that.
I'm
gonna make a noise for a minute.
Oh, God.
I have to move.
Oh, no.
You can hear everything crack.
Jesus. You were, like, restarting.
My whole body needs a good restart after, like, 15 minutes.
Wait, should we hit pause on this while you plugged it in? Because I kind of have to go pee.
Okay. We will.
We'll be right back with our thoughts.
After these short messages. There are never messages when I say that. And we're back.
We're back. Woohoo. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back on a roll. Do you know that TikTok of the Target worker?
Alex from Target?
No. It's it's some girl. She like she sings that song and she like dances in the Target break room, and it's...
Oh yes, I remember her.
I quote that video way too much.
Okay, where were we?
Song of the year.
Song of the year.
I would love it to be A&W by Lana Del Rey, because I vividly remember when that song was released. It was like 12 p.m. on a random like Wednesday or something. I was making lunch right before work, and I was listening to it in my kitchen, and I was panic texting my friend Alex, shout out Alex, because it's such a good song. Like, the beat drop, like, that song is so incredible that I want it so badly to be Lana Del Rey, but I know it won't because Taylor Swift and SZA are on this list.
Yeah.
And I mean, Olivia, I think Vampire is also a great song.
This one's kind of hard because I feel like a lot of these songs except for Lana Del Rey, I heard everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I heard them everywhere. They don't play Lana on the radio, and that's all my dad listens to when we drive.
Yeah.
Like, the radio's always on. But you bet your ass I hear Dua Lipa and Miley Cyrus and Olivia and Taylor and SZA on the radio all the time.
I think musically, if people knew, not that, like, people don't know Lana, she's massive. Like, it's not like she's, like, some underground artist. I think just if people, like, heard it in the same way that they hear Kill Bill or Antihero, they, like, appreciate it. Because, like, musically, there's, like, these songs have nothing on A&W. Like, production-wise, lyric-wise, like, creativity-wise, these songs have nothing on it. But when you take into account, like, how many people are listening to it and, like, the general public of it all, it's, like... I want it. I'm gonna say A&W Lana Del Rey solely because I want it to be that. And if I was on the Academy, I would fight tooth and nail for that.
I don't even know how to pick one. Because I personally like all of them on this list. Even though I haven't listened to John Batiste. But I like all of them on this list a lot. A lot of them did fairly well for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
But... I'm gonna say... See, when I was talking with my sister and my dad, shout out Abby and J-Dog, about Song of the Year for Billie Eilish and Dua Lipa, like, they are such good songs coming from the Barbie movie.
Yeah,
and they're like, to compare it to, like, Lizzo's song from the Barbie movie, that song was made specifically to listen to with the Barbie movie. Like, it's about the Barbie movie. Dance the Night and What Was I Made For, you can listen to without it being about Barbie.
Yeah, with Barbie.
You're just enjoying it.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it's hard because I listened to them before I watched Barbie, so it's, like, I don't even, like, associate them with Barbie. You
don't have to.
Billie Eilish, I more so associate with Barbie than Dance the Night, because I heard Dance the Night so much before the Barbie movie. Yeah. So it's kind of like, oh, these songs existed, and then they were put in the Barbie movie. So I get what you mean. Like, that's how my brain thinks of them.
I love Billie Eilish. I'm going to go and say Billie Eilish is going to win Song of the Year.
And I think she deserves it.
Absolutely.
They all, like, the thing is, they all
deserve it. But
I hate being mean. I hate picking
us being like, I don't want to show favorites, but, like...
No, because that's literally, if you ask me my favorite song by, like, one of my favorite artists...
I can't tell you.
I can't tell you because I feel bad for all the other songs that I also love, like, just as much.
That's like when people ask me my favorite movie. I was like, okay, but, like, if you're asking me, like, Disney movies, like, I have 17,000 favorite Disney movies. If you're asking me, like, rom-coms, I have, like... so much, like, I
could probably tell you my top 5 movies, but that's for another episode.
That's a different episode. So I'm gonna say What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish is gonna win Song of the Year,
and I'm saying Lana Del Rey and A&W. I don't think that's actually gonna happen based off their track record, but we'll see. Best new artist.
Okay, let's be real here.
I have beef with this category every year.
There are only 3 artists on this list that I listen to. And I have a feeling I know who's gonna win.
There's 4 that I listen to on a regular basis. Do you want to go through the list? Okay, list: Coco Jones, Gracie Abrams, Fred Again, Ice Spice, Jelly Roll, Noah Kahan, Victoria Monet, The Warren Treaty. I
think it's gonna be Noah Kahan.
I think it might be Ice Spice though.
No, I know. I feel like. Excuse me.
I feel like the Academy might choose Noah Kahan over her, though.
That's what I'm saying, is they were both so big. So was Gracie Abrams. They were so big this year. Okay,
listen, I love Gracie Abrams so much, but I hate when Nepo babies win this category because... I hate it because they have such an unfair advantage where it's like, of course, of course you'll be a Best New Artist because you have the access to, like, tools to make something super amazing from your start. Whereas, like, there's other people who are, like, working on a budget and they still make incredible things. Like, that's kind of, like,
Yeah.
I think those people deserve it over Nepo babies. Love Gracie Abrams, though. Like, I was so sad that she wasn't my show in Detroit.
I think Noah Khan will take it.
I hope Noah Khan takes it, because I do love
Ice Spice
him.
was great. Like, she popped off this year. Like, she was, boom, popular. Yeah. I still sing Boy's Liar every day. Mm-hmm. I'm on the phone with my friend, and I just go, that boy's a liar. Yeah. And he joins in. Like...
I think there's the gripe that I have with this category is there's a lot of, like, artists that aren't new on it.
True.
Like Coco Jones, for example. I feel like she's been, like, around for a while. Right? Like, she's been around for a while. Victoria Monet, I saw open for Ariana Grande in 2016, 2017 at the Dangerous Women Tour. And
yeah, but like, how big were they? I think that's the thing.
Well, yeah, like, I get that. Like, I get that's the whole thing. But, like, she's been making music for years. Yeah. Like, she's been making music forever. She's not a new artist in any capacity. And, like, the thing is, she's best friends with Ariana, or, like, was best friends. And so she was kind of popping off when Ariana was popping off, too. Yeah. And, like, because I know her through Ariana, and I started listening to her after the Dangerous Women Tour. So, like, for me, I'm like, I've been listening to her since, like, 2017. Mm-hmm. She's not new. Mm-hmm. And she's had so many releases since that time. Like, it's not like she doesn't have a lot of, like, music released. She does. Like, there's so much music that she's released. So, I don't know. It's just, like, this is always my gripe with Best New Artist. Yeah. Is that it's not actually, like, new. Yeah. It's like newly blown up.
That's why we can just, like, we literally just go, okay, we think Noah Khan.
Yeah.
Or, okay, we think Ice Spice.
I just needed to rant about that, because that's the only category I feel a need to rant about.
The next category is Producer of the Year, and I don't know any of them except for one.
No, but you know Daniel because he produces Olivia Rodrigo's stuff. So you know his work.
A little, but Jack Antonoff is gonna win.
I hope he wins. Okay, Jack Antonoff gets so much unnecessary hate. That man makes bangers. You cannot sit there and say Jack Antonoff even this song when he produced Norman fucking Rockwell. Sorry. You can't tell me, like, and I get it, like, he does have a distinct sound. Yeah. But, like, you cannot tell me that Midnights and Norman fucking Rockwell sound the exact fucking same. They're so different. They're so different. Good. So just because some of his stuff sounds the same, and just because you can tell it's Antonoff produced, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. I love Jack Antonoff.
Do you want to list the others, or do we think
Jack Antonoff? Moving on.
Do you want to just go to Best Pop Solo Performance?
Yes.
Okay. The nominees are Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For? Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red. Miley Cyrus, Flowers, Olivia Rodrigo, Vampire, and Taylor Swift, Anti-Hero.
This is a good one.
I know.
These are all very...
I love Paint the Town Red.
I love Paint the Town Red so much. It's so good.
I think it's going to be Doja Cat.
I personally am going to say Taylor Swift, Anti-Hero. But I will be so happy if it's Doja as well.
I want it to be Doja so bad, and I think it will be.
Okay, Vampire,
okay, it popped off, but, like...
And the performance is, like, good. Like, the whole story of it, like, I mean, I think it's all deserving, but my guess is Taylor Swift. Okay. Oh my gosh, I didn't even... I
have duo!
Okay, I haven't looked at this category at all.
Me either.
I am very overwhelmed with my thoughts.
Okay.
I know who I want to
win. / group performance. Go.
Labyrinth featuring Billie Eilish, Never Felt So Alone. Lana Del Rey featuring John Batiste, Candy Necklace. Miley Cyrus featuring Brandy Carlisle, right? Thousand Miles. Thousand Island Dressing.
Yum.
1,000 Miles. SZA featuring Phoebe Bridgers, Ghost in the Machine. And Taylor Swift featuring Ice Spice Karma.
Okay, I do not think it's going to be Taylor Swift.
I love Ice Spice. I really hope it's not Karma.
Facts.
Like, because it would just seem like they're giving it just because it's Taylor and Ice Spice.
And Ice Spice. I think it's going to be SZA.
I hope it says on Phoebe Bridgers because Ghost in the Machine is one of my favorite songs of all time. It is so good. I remember hearing it for the first time so vividly because it's so good. I'm so mad I haven't heard it live. But also another one that I would not be mad about is Candy Necklace, Lana Del Rey, because I love that song.
That is a good song too.
Best pop vocal album. I know who I don't want to win this.
The nominees are Ed Sheeran for Subtract, Kelly Clarkson, Chemistry, Miley Cyrus, Endless Summer Vacation, Olivia Rodrigo, Guts, Taylor Swift, Midnights. Ed Sheeran will not win.
If he wins,
I'm never listening to music ever again.
I will never make that promise. If Ed Sheeran wins, I actually will be so mad because you have Guts and you have Midnights on here, which are both far better albums.
But, like, I love Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson's
win, but
great.
I love Kelly Clarkson.
And I love her, and I'm scared to release.
I think Guts is
music
gonna win
because
for
if
this one.
Kelly
to be
Clarkson,
honest.
if Kelly Clarkson ever, like, if I release music and Kelly Clarkson listens
There was a TikTok
and covers
about it,
I will literally end myself.
There was a TikTok where someone's like, "Did you see it?" And she's like, "What?"
Yeah. I would,
and they go, "The cover," and she goes, "No."
I would be devastated if I had a
You're
song
done.
and Kelly Clarkson
You're done.
covered
You
it.
can never create music again because
No,
it will
for
never be
real.
as good as Kelly Clarkson
I
singing
know.
your music.
Yeah. Anyways, I think Midnights will win, but I wouldn't be mad if Guts wins.
It's gonna be Guts or Midnights for me.
Yeah.
So.
Moving on. Should we talk best rock performance? Because I mean, there's only really two that I care about.
Yeah. Want to list them?
Can you?
Best rock performance: Arctic Monkeys, "Sculptures of Anything Goes", Black Pumas, More Than a Love Song", Boy Genius, "Not Strong Enough", Foo Fighters, "Rescued", and Metallica, "Lux/Eterna". That's not a slash. It looks like one.
I wouldn't be mad if it's Arctic Monkeys or Boy Genius, but I hope it's Arctic Monkeys.
Okay, we're speed running these ones. Okay, best rock song.
Yeah, I think we need to talk about it because why the fuck is Olivia Rodrigo in there?
Boy Genius, "Not Strong Enough", Foo Fighters, "Rescue", Olivia Rodrigo's "Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl", Queens of the Stone Age, "Emotion Sickness", and the Rolling Stones' "Angry". I loved "Angry".
I love Angry.
I also love it because Sydney Sweeney, is that her name? Sydney
Yeah.
Sweeney? Yes. Yeah. Okay, I love her.
Yep.
I love her.
That song is so good though.
That song is really, really
Ballad
good.
of a Homeschooled Girl.
It's not a rock song.
I love that song. I do. I love that song so much. It is not like rock enough for me. It's pop rock.
Pop rock.
It's pop rock, and I think if you put it in pop, it would fit better.
Yeah.
Not Strong Enough. I love that song.
Great song.
I don't know. I think it's
gonna be Rolling Stones.
I think it's the bigger Rolling Stones as well.
Next up.
I'm just gonna say, like, if we're
do you want to speed run?
running, best rock album I hope goes to Paramore because I think they never get enough recognition.
Okay, but I think it might be Greta Van Fleet.
I think it might be, but I love Paramore. This is why.
Yeah. The nominees are Foo Fighters, but here we are, Greta Van Fleet, Starcatcher, Metallica, 72 Seasons, Paramore, but this is why, Queen of the Stone Age, In Times New Roman. I think it's going to be Greta Van Fleet.
I hope it's Paramore because I love Paramore so much.
Paramore is slay.
Best alternative music performance.
Always.
I've never.
Belinda says Arctic Monkeys, Body Pain, Boy Genius, Cool About It, Lana Del Rey, A&W, Paramore, This Is Why. What do you think?
I honestly wouldn't be mad about any of these people winning. I don't know the first one off the top of my head. I might know it if I listen, but Arctic Monkeys, Body Pain, I think is a great song. I love that song. Boy Genius, Cool About It, love. Lana Del Rey, N.W. I hope wins just because it's a masterpiece. And Paramore, This Is Why is also an amazing song. So I wouldn't be mad about any of these winning. But I hope it's Lana Del Rey because A.W. is so good.
I didn't really listen to any of these.
You don't even know Body Pain?
Probably.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
So I can't really give my opinion on that one.
Best alternative music album. I also would not be mad about any of these winning.
List them. I've done 3 lists.
I'm bad at listing things. Sorry.
It's right in front of your face.
I know I can't read. I actually can. I'm educated, I promise.
Okay, nurse.
I also have a degree. Arctic Monkeys, The Car, Boy Genius, The Record, Gorillaz, Cracker Island, Lana Del Rey, Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard, and PJ Harvey, I Inside the Old Year Dying. I love The Car. It's just, it can't live up to, like, their older stuff.
Yeah. I think that's why I don't really know
but
much.
It's good. It's so good.
I'm like, I listen to old Arctic Monkeys.
The Car is really good. It's just...
Your words.
It's just not like favorite worst nightmare. Like, it's so hard for me because I love that album. Boy Genius, the record, again, a great album. Gorillaz Cracker Island was so good. I actually love that album so much. I like am looking for it on vinyl, but I'm just looking for the indie exclusive because they've been sold out.
This list?
I mean, Lana Del Rey, did you know there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? I said it before and I'll say it again. That album was perfect from front to back. But if it's not her, I hope it's The Car.
Slay.
Moving on. We can we should skip to, I don't know much about rap. I can't.
Me either.
Oh my gosh, should we talk about jazz?
Absolutely not. One thing about me is I hate jazz. It comes on at work and I'm like, who put this on? Take it off. Take it off. Yeah. Best musical theater album is definitely going to be Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. This Broadway performance of Sweeney Todd featuring Josh Groban. Oh my god. I don't know if you listened to like the album at all.
I didn't.
I know you're not as big of a musical girly as I am, but you need to.
I honestly, it's been on my list.
Good. Josh Groban is just amazing.
Yeah.
I never even would have thunk to put him in Sweeney Todd, but they did, and he's beautiful. You know who else is in it?
Who?
What's his name? Frick. Gaten Matarazzo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Love
and
him.
His vocals he's always had strong vocals ever since he was a little kid.
Can't relate.
My favorite video of him is like when he was like 6, maybe like 7 or 8, and he's singing "If I Was Your Man" by Bruno Mars. Oh. And it was so good.
Love that.
So like now that he's like fully like found his like voice, it's like so good. Okay, next. I
kind of skipped forward to best compilation soundtrack.
Oh
for
yeah,
visual
she
media.
skipped all the country music.
Yeah,
all the country songs
because I don't know them.
Yeah.
The only country I listen to is like Casey Musgraves, and like the occasional Zach Bryan.
Okay, no gospel music, no Christian music.
Absolutely not. Judas is one of my favorite songs of all time. You really think that I know about gospel music?
We love Judas. Where are we? Sorry?
Best compilation soundtrack for visual media.
Okay.
Do you want me to list? Daisy Jones and the Six Aurora. Barbie the Album. Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and Weird Al Yankovic. They're not gonna win, which is so sad.
They need to.
Daisy Jones and the Six, Aurora is such a good album, and I need it to win a Grammy.
When I found out
Daisy
Jones was nominated for a freaking Grammy, I got so excited. Danica knew about the nominations before I did, and I didn't plan on looking at them until today because I wanted to be like, kind of like reacting, but then I saw on TikTok that she was nominated. They were nominated for a Grammy, and I was like, "Danica, what?" And she's like, "Yeah, I was gonna surprise you."
Yeah, I love Aurora.
So good.
I love Daisy Jones and the Six. I feel like I've mentioned that
She was Daisy Jones for Halloween.
Yes, I feel like I've mentioned how much I love Daisy Jones and the Six, both the book and the show. When the first song "Regret Me" came out, I immediately pre-ordered the album on vinyl. Because I knew it was going to be a banger.
But I don't think they're going to win, unfortunately.
Like, when you compare it to Barbie and Guardians
of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy always has banger soundtracks, so, like, it's so hard to win against them. But I really hope it's Aurora because it's such a good cohesive
album. If it's
album.
Aurora, then I will hate the Grammys less.
Yeah, me too. So, please, guys.
Please listen to our podcast and make them win.
Because you need our validation.
But do you think it's going to be Barbie?
I think it might be.
I do too.
Best song written for visual media.
Best song, or do you want to go score?
No, I don't know enough of those.
I love a good score soundtrack.
I know, me too.
Love a good score. But I don't think Oppenheimer has a good score.
I haven't seen it. I actually am forever mad at myself for this is off topic.
Maybe it does.
This is off topic.
Maybe we'll say Oppenheimer.
Okay, can I say my off topic thought,
No.
Please?
Yeah,
please,
go ahead.
I'm forever mad at myself for not getting the Don't Worry Darling score on vinyl.
I'm sure we can still find it.
I mean, I'm sure it's still easily accessible, but it's just like, I don't know if I have like $50 that I want to spend on it.
Best song written for visual media?
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Okay. Billie Eilish.
It's
What was I made for? Dua Lipa, Dance the Night, Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice featuring Aqua, Barbie, Rihanna, Lift Me Up from Black Panther, and Ryan Gosling, I'm Just Ken.
The
and
fact that there's only one that's not from the Barbie movie.
I know, it's insane.
And if it's not Ryan Gosling, I actually will boycott the Grammys forever.
I just kicked the table. Okay. I'm Just Ken is gonna win.
It has to.
It has to. And guess who's gonna be so upset? J-Dog. My dad, when he found out that Ryan Gosling was nominated, like his song was nominated for a freaking Grammy, he's like, "Are you kidding me?" But he needs to win. But I also feel like What Was I Made For is gonna win.
Yeah, I hope
Because
I'm Just Ken wins though.
Greta literally said to Billie Eilish and Phineas, like, write a song for Barbie. No notes. None. Do it. And they perfectly encapsulated everything you need.
Yeah.
Best music video. I need to like not rant about that because I will go on for another 30 minutes and this is already almost an hour podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Best music video. The Beatles, I'm Only Sleeping. No. Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For? The music video was good, but I don't think it's gonna win. Kendrick Lamar, Count Me Out. Troye Sivan, Rush. I love that song.
That song is so good.
And Tyler Childers, In Your Love. I want it to be Troye Sivan.
I want it to be Troye Sivan so bad. That would be everything.
That would be everything, but it's probably gonna be like the Beatles or something.
Yeah, or Billy.
Okay.
Where
should we go to next?
There's only one more that I have notes on, or that I like have a lot of passion behind.
Okay. What is
Best immersive audio album.
Where's that?
It's
Oh, I see it.
The nominees are. Oh my god, that feels so formal. Oh my god, who gave me a teleprompter? Alicia Keys, The Diary of Alicia Keys. What a title! I didn't even realize that. Bear McCreary, God of War. I'm not.
Ragnarok.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome.
George Strait, Blue Clear Sky, Madison Beer, Silence Between Songs, and Ryan Yelly, Act 3. So. If Madison Beer does not win this fucking
I think it's gonna
Grammy,
be Alicia Keys.
I know, but Madison Beer deserves this Grammy so much. The production on Silence Between Songs is so good. Her like instrumentals are insane. Like she's actually like if I listen to just like the instrumental version of her songs, I feel it still. Yeah. Like she's just incredible and I hope that she gets the recognition she deserves.
I think that's all the ones we wanted to go over.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll revisit this when the Grammys
Absolutely.
happen.
I think we need to.
I love watching the Grammys because I love being mad at things.
See, I always want to watch them, but then I get so bored.
No, okay, last year's Grammys were like an hour longer than they normally are, I swear to God. I literally was like,
should we have a live? Not a live. Or maybe we could do a live.
We could TikTok live it.
We could either TikTok or Instagram live it.
Yeah.
And we'll live react, and then we'll also do the same for when the red carpet's up.
Oh, I love looking at the red carpet.
I love red carpet.
I love red carpets.
Okay. Anywho, I think we should finish it off with our song of the week.
Always.
I think we have a similar song of the week.
Well, we definitely have the same song of the week,
but
I'll do a bonus one because you said it first. Yeah, so I'll do a bonus one. I'm gonna look at my playlist.
Danica, Evan, Finn, and I went to go see my friend's band. Shout out Rexford Drive.
Shout out.
It was their last Hamilton show last weekend, and they killed it. Mm-hmm. It was so good. They had a sold-out show.
Yep.
It was amazing at Corktown Pub, and their opening band was amazing.
Yes, so good.
They're so good.
So good.
They're called Lost Faculty.
Shout out.
They're
definitely not listening.
No, absolutely not. But it was so good.
It was really good.
My favorite song from them right now is Demo 5.
It's so good.
I can listen to that song on repeat. Yeah. It is so good. If you are listening and you are into kind of like indie poppy music, like
rock pop,
definitely go check out Lost Faculty. on wherever you can get music, I think.
Yeah, I think they're on.
And
everything.
they're on Instagram, Lost Faculty.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Rexford Drive.
Yeah. Should we say a Rexford Drive song for the week? Just because I feel bad that we mentioned them and then one of their songs is not the song of the week.
Okay, yeah. We also have the same favorite Rexford Drive song, and that's Cards Are Down.
Yeah. So shout out.
Such a good song too.
And I'll do like my like song of the week, I guess, even though Demo 5 is kind of my song of the week.
Stream Lost Faculty and Rexford Drive on wherever you listen to music.
Do it. Mine is, I think, Fluorescent Adolescent from Arctic Monkeys.
You've been listening to that a lot.
Because I have been listening to it. I've been listening to that album a lot. It's always around this time of year.
It's a November album.
It really is. It's always around this time of year where I bust out the Arctic Monkey vinyls and I just play them. I guess that's all you can do with a vinyl.
Just look at it.
You just play them.
Watch it spin.
For real.
But yeah.
Anyways, thanks for
listening to this really long episode
about nothing.
No, this one actually has some substance.
No,
like we talked
real.
about Grammy noms. Like some people really care a lot about Grammys.
I go on rants about like my favorite things, and it doesn't necessarily flow or make sense.
Guess
so I'm
what?
sorry, everyone.
Our opinions are really unnecessary,
and no one asked.